Hello. Today, in today's installment of Leader and Me, we're going to talk about habit 3, putting first things first. We've talked the last couple weeks about being proactive and in mind, and we've talked about goal setting and starting to develop a plan. So, what's the first step in that? So, what's it mean to put first things first? Basically, we all have a lot of different things competing for our time. Between school and work and clubs, family activities, chores at home, all those types of things. We have a lot of different things we have to get done. So, what successful people do is they take all those things that we have to get done and they prioritize. They take those things that are most important that tied to reaching our goals and our mission and our vision for life, those things we want to get accomplished in life and to achieve those goals. We put those things first and get those done. And basically we get our work done, get all the important things done before we have fun and we have playtime. So that's what it means to put first things first. Kind of help demonstrate that. I'm going to do a little demonstration here with a few items. We've got first of all, we got a jar. I've got one right here. Jar kind of represents life. So, life, you only have a certain amount of time. If you look at your day or your week or your month, you only have a certain amount of time. So you can fill that in a lot of different ways. So we also have some golf balls here. They look like this, which are important. These are the big important things in life. So these are family, your health, taking care of yourself, school, friends, those things that help you, that you're really passionate about, that help you reach your goals in life. So those are the really big things. Next, we have these beads. These beads are a little bit smaller, but they're still important. These are things like your teams, clubs, activities. Being part of the team is really important, and showing up for practice is really important. Probably not as important as maybe your family, or important as taking care of yourself, but things that are still important and things that you want to be able to get done. And then we have sand. So I've got sand here, got some nice purple sand for Miss Mackey. Those are things that we do throughout the day, and we all do them, and there's nothing really wrong with them, but unless they're done in excess. So this might be watching TV, playing video games, other things that are kind of time wasters, little games and stuff that we play. Those things are fun and they're a part of life, but things that we can't just do that exclusively. We can't just watch TV and play video games all day and not do our schoolwork or not do our other things that we need to get done throughout the day. So we're going to take these and kind of demonstrate. So looking at our jar, like I said, we start with our jar. The first thing, let's start, and if we put first things first, we can start with the big things. And I'm going to adjust the screen here a little bit. All right, so we'll start with the big things. We've got some golf balls here. So we'll put those in here. And one more. All right, so we'll put those. And then the next thing we're going to do is those things that are also important. So these are your health, your friends, your family, school. Those are the big things in life. Those things that help you achieve your goal. Next thing, we've got some beads here. So we're going to put these in, and these are those next important things in life. So these are things like, clubs, activities, teams you're on. We'll put those things in here next. All right. And we might think that's full, but there's still some room for some other things. So, like I said, some of the fun things, some of the things that we might otherwise, these are things like TV and video games and things like that. So we have room for those. So we'll have the bead. So we'll fill it up with that. All right. So we can see now we've got a nice full lot. So we've got all our things here. We got our big things, we got our medium things, and our little things all fit in here. And as you can see, you get the lid on there nice and tightly. That's a nice full light. All right, now we're going to demonstrate just a little bit different. And this is, again, we're going to look at the same amount of stuff. So let's put, if we don't put first things first, we put the little things first. So now we're going to put the sand, which represents, this is excessive video games. This is, watching TV all day, not doing those things we're supposed to be doing. So we start out doing all those things. You see some of our beads are falling in here, and that's okay. So if we start out with those things, all right, and then so we start with video games and games, and the next thing, those things are important, but the smaller things in life. So if we put those in next, So we put all our beads in here next. All right, so those are all those things. And now, are we going to have room for all our golf balls in here for our important things? For our family, for our friends, for our health. And you can see now not everything fits because we didn't put first things first. So that just gives you a different example of, you know, there, we had two same size jar. We had the same amount of stuff to put in them, but if we start with those things that aren't as important, we don't get a chance to. We don't have room for everything that we need. So we got to start with those big important things, those things that help us reach our goals, those things that are really important to our lives. Here's a quote I thought was really good. All successful people have a habit of doing things that failures don't do. They don't like to do them either, but they do them because there are things important helping them reach their goal. So basically, what that means is that there's things in life, and this might be helping clean around the house. There's those chores and things like that, or doing homework every day, or eating healthy. Those are things not everybody likes to do, but successful people do them, and people that aren't successful don't. So things like studying and homework. If you want to do well in school, if you want to learn what you need to learn and be successful in life, you got to do your homework. It takes time, and it may not be the funnest thing to do, but it's a really important part of being successful and reaching those goals. Getting plenty of sleep, another thing that is really important, and something that not everybody does all the time, but successful people do that. They prioritize their health and their well-being, and part of that is getting plenty of sleep at night. Exercise, again, another thing that's part of our well-being. We talked about what are those golf balls, what are the big important things in life, and one of them is your health. And being healthy, is part of that is exercising and being active in life. Eating healthy, again, falling in that same category. Those are one of those big important things that sometimes we forget about. That doesn't mean you can't have, junk food here and there. Everybody likes to have that once in a while, to dessert or chips or whatever. But eating healthy is an important part, and that's something that helps reach that big goal of a long, healthy, happy life. So, by putting first things first, we can develop a plan. We know exactly what things we need to do first. So that might be something as simple as making a list. And when you get home from school, you're going to do your homework first, then you're going to do your home chore or your chores at home, and then you're going to play video games or watch a movie after that, or do those fun things afterwards. So it's kind of about organizing your life in that way. All right. So now that we've kind of gone over putting first things first, next time we'll talk about thinking win-win and how we can work together with our classmates and with our friends, and with our family members, and with our teachers to be successful and find where we can all be successful. So thanks for joining me. We'll see you again next week.